Think first base is a walk in the park? Think again. First base is a battlefield, split-second decisions, scorching line drives, and dirt-snagging plays that make or break games. Only the elite can truly own this corner of the diamond. Today, we're diving into the legends, the top 10 first basemen of all time. From iconic Hall of Famers to fan-favorite powerhouses, this countdown isn't just about stats, it's about greatness. So buckle up, we're swinging for the fences on this one. Number 10, Don Mattingly. Starting off at number 10 is Don Mattingly, popularly known as Donnie Baseball, the Hitman, who is one of the most loved players in New York Yankee history. He played from 1982 to 1995, and the coolest part is the fact that he only played for the Yankees. Talk about club legends who were loyal from the beginning. But he wasn't just present, he was actively involved in making history, as he was one of the best first basemen to play the game. His stats were a testament of how good he was. In a 13-year career, Donnie played 1,785 games, where he hit 127 OPS+, 2,152 hits, 222 home runs, 1,099 runs batted in, 1,007 runs scored, with 42.4 wins more than a replacement-level player would. In case you don't understand all that, the bottom line is that he was an absolutely amazing player who was selected to the All-Star team 6 times, has 9 Gold Gloves, 3 Silver Sluggers, and also the 1985 AL MVP. Number 9, Joey Vado. Coming up next is our 9th selection, Joey Vado, who similarly to Donnie spent his entire career with one baseball team, Cincinnati Reds. Joey was one of the most respected and loved first basemen the game has seen, and in 1,991 games, he was able to rack up 2,093 hits, 342 home runs, with 1,106 runs batted in and 1,145 runs scored. He boasts a 64.3 win above replacement, so it's safe to say that Joey was a beast. He was a beast at getting on base. He led the National League in on-base percentage 7 times, and in his 16 seasons, it's easy to say that he has become one of the best first basemen the game has ever seen. Although he was able to win only 1 Gold Glove in his career, he was named to the All-Star team 6 times, and he was also named the NL MVP of the 2010 season. Number 8, Raphael Pomero. In at number 8 is Raphael Pomero, the Cuban legend who played over 2,831 games for the Chicago Cubs, the Texas Rangers, and the Baltimore Orioles. With a 20-year career, he was one of the most productive hitters and first basemen the game has seen. Pomero is one of the few players to eclipse 3,000 career hits, with 3,020 of them, 569 home runs, 1,835 runs batted in, and 1,663 runs scored, with 71.9 wins above replacement. He's definitely a worthy pick for our 8th position. Unfortunately, due to his offensive production and era in which he played, he was often accused of using performance-enhancing drugs. And even though he denied it like most players of the time, he later tested positive for substance use, and he was eventually suspended. A blemish towards the end of a career that was full of incredible accomplishments. He was picked as an All-Star selection on 4 occasions, winning 3 Gold Gloves and 2 Silver Sluggers, but being one of the only players to reach 3,000 hits and 500 home runs shows just how good he was. Number 7, Mark Maguire. At number 7 is the man who owned up to his PED use, Mark Maguire, an amazing slugger who took the game by storm and did what most players couldn't even dream of. During the 1998 season, Mark was able to hit 70 home runs and break Roger Maris's single-season home run record. The race between Maguire and Sosa was one of the most exciting story arcs baseball has ever seen, and at the time brought baseball to the forefront of the entire country. As a player, his stats speak for themselves. In 1,874 games, he managed a 163 OPS+, 1,626 hits, 583 total home runs, 1,167 runs batted in, and a 62.1 wins above replacement. On top of all that, he was a 12-time All-Star, got 1 Gold Glove and 2 Silver Sluggers. Interestingly, he also held the record for the most home runs by a rookie with 49 homers, making him a worthy pick for 7th on the list. Number 6. Eddie Murray. There is no way this list would be complete without one of the best switch hitters the game has ever seen. Eddie Murray is coming in at number 6. There are only 7 players who have 3,000 hits and 500 home runs in the history of baseball, and Eddie is part of that special crew. He played a whopping 3,026 games, where he had 3,255 hits, 504 home runs, 1,917 runs batted in, and 1,627 runs scored. He also had 110 stolen bases and 68.7 wins above replacement. He was an amazing player who had the track record to prove it. Apart from being ranked in the top 5 for hits, home runs, and RBIs, he was also listed as an 8-time All-Star, 3 Gold Gloves, and 3 Silver Sluggers. Number 5. Jim Thome. Next at number 5 is Jim Thome, a player who struggled to break through in Major League Baseball early, but over time became one of the best first basemen in baseball history. After making his professional debut at the age of 21, Jim had to wait a few years to come into his own. At 24, he had a 38-homer campaign, and from there, he just got better and better. He went on to have 12 seasons with more than 30 home runs in his career, a stat only 6 other players in the majors have. The slugger managed to play a total of 2,543 games, where he had 2,328 hits, 612 home runs, 1,699 runs batted in, and 1,583 runs scored. He successfully became a 5-time All-Star and received 1 Silver Slugger. This guy was on a whole nother level at the plate. Number 4. Jeff Bagwell. Number 4 is a player who the entire baseball world feels for. Why? Because he had a career-threatening shoulder injury which limited his ceiling and also kept him from potentially hitting some extremely rare career milestones. But he still managed to play in 2,150 games and have a 149 OPS+. Anyone that watched Jeff will tell you one thing, and that's that he had amazing on-ball ability. And it's pretty obvious, as he was able to grind out 2,314 hits and 449 home runs in his career. He also won the National League MVP 3 years after winning the National League Rookie of the Year, so you can just tell this sport was made for him. Number 3. Miguel Cabrera. We've finally gotten to our final 3 picks, and all 3 of these guys are on another tier. At number 3 is the 12-time All-Star and owner of the 7 Silver Slugger Awards and a 2-time AL MVP, Miguel Cabrera, a player who has seen as one of the greatest right-hand hitters in Major League Baseball history. Miguel is an icon of the game, playing in 2,699 games and a 142 OPS+. He had astonishing 3,088 hits in his career to go along with 507 home runs. There was a substantial period where Miguel Cabrera was seen as the best player in baseball. Number 2. Frank Thomas. In the second spot is the number 7 overall pick from the 1989 draft, Frank Thomas, a player who was destined for greatness as soon as he first hit the field. He spent 16 seasons with the Chicago White Sox before making a transfer to the Oakland Athletics and managed to play in 2,322 games, record 2,468 hits with 521 home runs. Frank Thomas hit 14 more home runs than Cabrera in 766 less games. That's just a testament to his potency at the plate. His 156 OPS+ is probably the best part of his career, and that gives him the edge over most players. He's a 5-time All-Star, and he also has 4 Silver Sluggers and 2 AL MVP awards. His greatness is well-deserved and warranted. Frank Thomas, during his time, was the face of Major League Baseball. Number 1. Albert Pujols. Ladies and gentlemen, we've finally arrived at the top spot, the best player to ever play the position. It's probably no surprise at number 1 is the 11-time All-Star, 2 Gold Gloves, 6 Silver Sluggers, and 3-time National League MVP, Albert Pujols. With 3,383 hits, 703 home runs, and a 145 OPS plus, a case can be made that he isn't just the best offensive first baseman of all time, but possibly the greatest right-hand hitter of all time. Pretty crazy to think he was a 13th round draft pick. Despite that fact, his debut season was one of the best rookie seasons ever, hitting 37 home runs and 130 runs batted in, only later to become one of only 11 players in history to win 3 MVP awards. That's it for the top 10 first basemen of the modern era. We've covered some amazing legends who have had a significant impact on how baseball is shaped now. Who will be the next player to make their way onto this list? Are they in the league as we speak? Put your thoughts in the comments. Also, who was your favorite player we listed? Don't forget to leave a comment for us, and while you're at it, like this video if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss out on more exciting content like this.